welcome to your Wednesday, January 14th. It's 8 o'clock. I'm Jen Lammers.
I'm Bobby Castro. Yeah, thanks for being with us. A busy morning for you. Here are some of the stories we'll be covering this morning. Mario.
It's happened again. Another vacant building in the San Fernando Valley goes up in flames, displacing families. We're live in North Hills with that story just ahead.
Mario, also, LA County begins the process of creating ice-free zones. We'll tell you what that means.
And Long Beach is about to get its very own amphitheater. We'll be live with the groundbreaking this morning with a first look at that. But first, let's get a first look at weather with Maria.
That's amazing, right by the Queen Mary. Beautiful. Breaking news, I just got in. I registered. Woohoo! So it says...
Stop bragging.
They will keep... I'm not bragging. I'm just saying be patient. You'll get in. You'll get in. Just be patient, my young friends. All right, the offshore flow is with us. You can see by the arrows that we're still getting that wind out of the northeast, and it is gusty at times through those canyons and passes, so be extra careful if you've got that high-profile vehicle. We do have wind advisories that are in effect still until 2 o'clock this afternoon. Temperatures right now starting to warm up a little bit in Burbank. It's 59. It's 60 degrees in Ontario, 53 in Santa Ana, 52 in Long Beach, 43 in Big Bear to that 67 in Palm Springs. Eventually, it'll get to around 83 in Palm Springs in the low desert, 69 in the high desert areas, the mountains 61, again with those winds, driving through the Cajon Pass, maybe heading up into the San Bernardino Mountains, be extra careful. 82 for downtown LA. These are more like June or July high temperatures, not January. I'll let you know how long this will last, though, coming up in my complete forecast. In the meantime, let's go back up to Stu. He's up in Sky Fox, watching the freeways, making sure you're driving safely down there, right, Stu? Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Maria. Yeah, the weather's so nice. I thought, you know what, let's go find somebody with a convertible that's open. What is with everybody? You know, this is going to be the 101. We're in the Tarzana area. Everybody's got their tops up and their sunroofs closed. They're not taking advantage of what's going on. Maybe they're a little grumpy about the ride. Let's take a look at that. Now, like I said, that's Tarzana, the slow and go that I'm showing you right there, not caused by any accidents, just very high volume this morning. This is the portion of the southbound 101 coming away from the West Valley over to the 405. Extremely heavy this morning. So if this is your ride, definitely give yourself a little extra time. If you're headed the other direction from the 405 out to the West Valley, it's moving along there, but you're not even going to reach freeway speed. So the same kind of deal. Just plan accordingly. Give yourself a little extra time and be on time. How about that? That's the traffic. Sending it back to you all in the studio.
All right, Stu. Thank you. So firefighters are cleaning up a massive fire that broke out at a vacant building.
2 women were hurt. Mario is live in North Hills at the scene with a look at the situation there. Mario.
Bob, Jen, several families are still displaced this morning, and this building was gutted by flames. You can see it here behind me, at least what's left of it here on Parthenia Street. Now, we can tell you that this started late last night, and fire crews have been here all morning watching hot spots reignite, and that's been an issue here. So take a look. We have video showing what it looked like from a nearby resident before crews started arriving here. A massive blaze threatening a nearby apartment complex packed with families. Crews could only attack the fire from outside as parts of the roof started to collapse, all while they were working to evacuate residents from that nearby apartment building door by door. 2 women, we've learned, were taken to the hospital for possible smoke inhalation, and 3 units were left seriously damaged, displacing a total of 6 adults and 21 children, according to fire officials. Now, they say the vacant building was being used by homeless at times, with tents surrounding part of the boarded up structure, and that's something nearby residents tell us they've also seen day and night.
Yeah, I seen homeless in the front sleeping, just being around the area.
There was somebody living there. I'm not sure if that's the person that started. From what I've seen online is that they're saying that somebody started the fire. And my attention is okay. It has to be the homeless. I'm just happy that my apartment is still there. That's what I'm grateful for.
At this point, a lot of speculation out here. This blaze here in North Hills broke out about 12 hours after another vacant building in the San Fernando Valley went up in flames in Winnetka, where residents there point to homeless activity starting that fire. Now, arson investigators are looking into the cause of both, and we can tell you that the structure here behind me, a complete loss. Bulldozers, heavy equipment could be brought in as early as this morning to start demolition. For now, live in North Hills, I'm Mario Ramirez. Back to you.
All right, Mario, thank you. LA County takes the first step to bar ICE from using county property as a launching pad for immigration raids.
Gigi Graciette is standing by now with more on that proposed ordinance. Good morning.
That's right. And we just heard from LA County Supervisor Lindsay Horvath. And if everything goes as the motion that she's proposed, as that motion plans, we could see immigration enforcement actions barred from county facilities like Olive View UCLA Medical Center here in Sylmar. Now, LA County Supervisor Lindsay Horvath did introduce the motion declaring all county facilities would be, quote, ICE-free zones. That would block federal agents from using those spaces to stage, process, or conduct operations. Now, it's not a done deal because County Council has to draft the ordinance, and they have 30 days to do so. Of course, LA is not the only California county weighing similar options. They're doing so in Northern California, Chicago. The city has also done that. And basically, they say that the goal is to ensure that people can access public services without fear. Now, again, Lindsay Horvath was on Good Day LA just a short while ago there with Bob and Jen, and she explained what the proposal entails.
What it means is they will have to follow due process. It's not as extreme as some people are trying to make it out to be. In fact, all it is saying is that you need a federal judicial warrant in order to pursue an arrest, which is what due process requires. And anything else that ICE would try to do, all of the things that they have been doing, harming our communities, kidnapping people without proper documentation in order to enforce, all of that is absolutely not permitted.
Again, not a done deal. County Council has 30 days to draft the ordinance. Now, of course, we reached out to the Department of Homeland Security to get their response to this proposal. And in writing, they sent us this, calling it, quote, illegally illiterate. Going on to say, while Los Angeles sanctuary politicians continue to release pedophiles, rapists, gang members, and murderers onto the city's streets, our brave law enforcement will continue to risk their lives to arrest these heinous criminals and make Los Angeles safe again. And then they asked a question: how does this serve the people of Los Angeles, the biggest losers these politicians were elected to serve? Again, that was the response in writing from the Department of Homeland Security. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Gigi. Thank you. Now to the latest on protests in Iran. President Trump says help is on the way, but what that exactly means is still not clear. Trump canceled meetings with the Islamic Republic until the killing of protesters ends. The State Department is warning any Americans currently in Iran to leave. Personnel at a key U.S. military base in Qatar have also been advised to evacuate. One of the things that we're watching closely is the death toll, which keeps rising. So the latest numbers we're seeing this morning stands at 2,400 confirmed deaths, yet some activist groups are saying it's thousands more than that. One of the biggest issues here is that internet blackout, which is now in its 6th day, making it nearly impossible for information to make it out of the country in real time. State-affiliated news is saying that blackout could last for weeks. Although Elon Musk's company SpaceX is now providing free internet access via its Starlink satellite service through the Iranian regime. They're saying that they're said to be using tactics to jam or degrade Starlink signals. Meantime, the UN is calling for Iran to end the violence, saying, quote, the killing of peaceful demonstrators must stop, and the labeling of protesters as terrorists to justify violence against them is unacceptable. We know that Los Angeles is home to the largest Iranian population outside of Iran, so we know this issue is complex. And the situation is important to so many of you who are watching right now. Of course, we will continue to keep a close eye on things and update you throughout the morning.
Meantime, the leaders of Denmark and Greenland are once again pushing back against President Trump's calls for the U.S. to take over Greenland. The two prime ministers stressing the Arctic island is part of Denmark and protected by NATO. They are warning any forced takeover would fracture the transatlantic alliance. The show of unity comes ahead of a high-stakes talk at the White House this week. Trump says the U.S. needs Greenland for national security. He posted on social media this morning that anything less than U.S. control of Greenland is, quote, unacceptable.
8:09 this morning. Still to come, some much-needed financial relief for homeowners in the Inland Empire after severe winter storms.
Also, actor Kiefer Sutherland arrested for an alleged altercation with a rideshare driver. We'll have those details coming up. But first, Coco is in Long Beach.
Good morning. A big day for the city of Long Beach. There will be a groundbreaking for the city's first amphitheater. We'll take you here live.
A look at some of our top stories this morning. Actor Kiefer Sutherland was arrested in Hollywood after an alleged altercation with a rideshare driver. It happened early Monday near Sunset Boulevard in Fairfax. He was booked on suspicion of...
Tennis star Braun Levy has pleaded not guilty. Prosecutors say Genia Risha Belt was speeding and intoxicated when she hit Levy in Manhattan Beach last May. Belt faces murder and manslaughter charges. She's also accused of driving with a suspended license.
The San Bernardino County Board of Supervisors has decided to waive some fees for property owners recovering from last month's heavy storms. Property owners can get up to $5,000 in waived fees for permits and debris removal. Officials are encouraging residents to apply quickly since the funds will be given out on a first-come, first-served basis.
Okay, we are just over an hour away from a major groundbreaking in Long Beach.
Big deal here. We've got Coco McAvoy live in Long Beach with a look at that. Good morning.
Good morning. This is a huge deal for the city of Long Beach because it will be the city's first amphitheater, but also the largest waterfront amphitheater on the West Coast. And the amphitheater actually already has bookings. Heavy metal band Motley Crue will be performing at the amphitheater on September 19th. And this area is already a pretty busy area. The site is next to the Queen Mary here. So take a look at this video from Skyfox so you can see what the site will be and where it's located. Of course, we have renderings as well. So the amphitheater will be operated by Legends Global and will feature grandstands, floor and box seats, a pit configuration, and VIP sections. It will also have elevated food and beverage concessions. There are plans for a shuttle service and dedicated rideshare amenities. The Long Beach City Council approved $14 million for the design and development of the new venue. City leaders say the venue's first official show will likely take place on a different day before the Motley Crue concert, but details for that show have not yet been announced. Long Beach Mayor Rex Richardson and other Long Beach City leaders will hold a groundbreaking ceremony this morning starting at 9:30. Again, the amphitheater will be open later this year. It looks like one of the first concerts will take place in August. And then again, Motley Crue will be performing here on September 19th. So definitely going to be a very popular venue. We will take you live to the groundbreaking starting at 9:30. For now, I'll send it back to you.
Motley Crue.
In other news, Coco,
Motley Crue.
you got in to LA 28. So are you registered?
Yay!
I am all registered. Yeah, I texted you immediately. I am so excited. I could probably cry because I was thinking I'm going to keep getting booted out. If you go on social media, people are really upset.
Listen, we're both in a major competition here.
We are, and you know what? We're not going to get in the waiting room before our show ends. I know it.
Melissa on the desk, she said she just got in and she's already trying to pick out some outfits for the opening ceremony. So it's like, you know, people are excited for this.
They really are.
That's hilarious. Yes. Yeah, you get to pick your sports that you want to see. Like, it's really fun. You're going to get in. You're going to get in.
Thank you for your faith.
Yeah, once you get in, it asks for your info, and then it asks which ones are your preferences.
Stop bragging.
I'm
She's
just
like,
giving you a heads up.
Once you get in.
Once you get in, which you will, they'll ask for your, you know, like a login, a password that you can assign yourself on your profile. And they'll ask you for which sports, which events.
I will give them my social security number if they would just let me in right now.
No, don't do that.
My date of birth.
You'll get in. Listen, you, Samada, Jen, still in the waiting room. I think actually.
Mother's maiden name.
Blood work, all that.
You're in the
blood
waiting
type.
room. You'll get in. You have time.
Come on, LA 28.
Okay. You keep me posted, okay? In the meantime, listen, everyone is just so excited about this because when you look at our weather right now compared to everywhere else across the nation, we have the best weather in terms of the sunshine. Temperatures really warming up this afternoon to the 70s and 80s, and that's because of the offshore flow. In fact, all of the West Coast actually looking at some great weather. It's going to stay dry, not just the remainder of this week and this coming weekend, but potentially well into next week with this ridge of high pressure still in control. There might be some changes as we get to the 23rd. The computer models are pointing to a chance for some light showers, but until then it will stay dry. And we do have those gustier winds through the areas here shaded in the beige color where that wind advisory is in effect until 2 o'clock this afternoon. We're still getting some of those wind gusts nearing 40, 45 miles an hour, so just be extra careful if you got those high profile vehicles. We do have some dense fog on that drive up the 5 freeway, so keep that in mind as well as you plan your travel. The high winds and the impacts include those hazardous driving conditions. Beware of some debris on the road, some tree limbs, of course, some downed trees still possible with these wind gusts, and some power outages. Highs today, 82 in downtown, 87 in Indio, 65 in Bakersfield to that 81 in San Luis Obispo. Here's your day planner for Teo. Thousand Oaks getting up to around 80 degrees at 2 p.m. today. Lots of sunshine, warm temperatures. I know you got dressed in layers. When you head out the door, you still need that hoodie or that sweatshirt. Then you won't need it this afternoon. Anaheim for sure with those temperatures in the low 80s later on today. Big Bear even getting up to those mid-upper 50s later this afternoon. All right, stay with us. We'll be right back after this quick break. We'll have your 7-day forecast and an update on whether these guys got to register. LA28.org. All right, we'll be right back.
The gray whale migration has finally started in Newport Beach. Video captured right there on Saturday shows a gray whale mom and its newborn calf.
Oh.
This week, passengers on whale-watching boats have viewed migrating gray whales along the coast of Newport Beach as they make their way from their feeding groups in Alaska to Mexico, where it's warmer. This is the time of year when mom gray whales give birth to tiny baby grays as they make their journey to the salty and warm lagoons along Baja, Mexico.
That baby is probably as big as a house.
You have to take Ethan on one of these whale-watching trips.
He will not get up that early. Isn't it? Don't you have to get up early to go and see the whales?
I don't know. You know, I've never done it.
Or is that just big fish?
I've never done it. But
Me either.
It seems like a good idea.
Can you imagine seeing something like that? Wow. He is the #1 New York Times best-selling author, known for blending history, heart, and high-stakes suspense.
Yeah, and Roxy, I talked to him about 2 new books. One is for adults, the other for kids. Good morning.
Good morning. Brad Meltzer's first thriller in 4 years, The Viper, dives into one of the government's most secretive worlds, witness protection. And his latest children's book on Princess Diana shines a light on empathy, something he says the world needs right now.
It starts very simply. A man walks into a funeral home carrying his favorite blue suit. This is the suit he wants to be buried in. He's got a terminal disease. If you secretly sew something into the lining of your suit and you hand that suit over to your local mortician, you have the ultimate untraceable hiding spot. And so the man goes back to his hotel. There's a guy waiting with a gun who says, "Where is it?" He says, "I don't know what you're talking about." And he shoots the man dead. And that suit is still in the funeral home. You won't believe what is hidden inside it or who's about to find it. And that's chapter 1 of The Viper.
Brad Meltzer says what makes The Viper different is the real-world access he was given, especially to a system many think they already understand.
We always think of witness protection as the mobsters or the end of Goodfellas or Tony Soprano. And that's what the witness protection program was designed to do, take down the mob. So for a while, mobsters were the #1 group that was in witness protection. And then after 9/11 happened, we started chasing terrorists. You want to know who the #1 group is right now in witness protection? It's actually accountants, because we live in a world of data.
And in a digital age, hiding someone isn't as simple as moving them to a small town.
Now, when someone moves to your town, you can go on their Facebook or Instagram. So witness protection has had to now take steps ahead of that and figure out how to create these fake digital identities that look like they've lasted for years. But the thing that caught me the most off guard is witness protection will tell you they've never lost anyone in witness protection, ever, as long as they always followed the rules. And that's the trick.
The book also takes readers inside Dover Air Force Base, home to what Meltzer calls America's most secretive funeral home.
Dover is the place where when a soldier is killed in action, their bodies go to Dover. It's also where the astronauts, when the space shuttle exploded, their bodies went to Dover. It's where on 9/11, all the Pentagon victims went. This is America's most secretive funeral home. The morticians will spend 12 hours rewiring someone's jaw. These are the best of us working on the best of the best of us.
And for the younger readers, he's adding to his Ordinary People Change the World series with I Am Princess Diana.
What our kids are starving for is empathy. Right now, cruelty and venom and harshly judging those we disagree with, that's become sport in our culture. But cruelty and venom aren't signs of strength, they're signs of weakness and petty insecurity. What takes strength is showing someone empathy. Princess Diana was that hero. So it's our first book about empathy. That's what I Am Princess Diana is all about.
And you know what? He's already working on the next book in his Ordinary People Change the World series. I Am Teddy Roosevelt. That's coming up. And then fans actually recently voted on which icon would become the 40th book in the series. And I don't know, some may say it's a surprising upset, but the Wright brothers beat out Taylor Swift and LeBron James.
Ah.
Yes.
Wow.
But, you know, I found that interesting, actually. And I said, wow, kids actually wanted to learn about the Wright brothers. He's like, well, who's buying the books?
This is true.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
true.
where that may be. But you know what? At the rate he's going, I'm sure he will do a book on Taylor Swift and LeBron James.
Yeah, because you said he does have other sort of pop figures.
Oh, yes,
there, right?
yes. I mean, a few months back, I believe. I've lost track of time. Anyway, the last time we spoke to him, I highlighted the Dolly Parton book. I Am Dolly Parton. So, you know, they're coming.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah.
They're
What a
fantastic.
prolific brain he has,
He's
right?
pretty amazing.
Stuff.
Always producing. All right, coming up, waking up at 5 a.m. to be more productive. I'm sure Brad Meltzer does that. That's the earliest he wakes up.
That's right.
Is it smart, though, or is it actually risky? What doctors have to say. done yet.
All right.
Good morning.
Update. A few of us, not me, not
Nobody
us.
else cares. Nobody else
But
cares.
LA20, there are people who are DMing me telling me that they're trying to get on LA28
Really?
and people cannot.
No, but I'm saying, like, no one cares where we are in the queue.
Well, I'm just telling people that some people have gotten it here, gotten in.
I know, they have.
But it's a very small percentage.
Present company included.
1 in 4 of us have gotten it.
Listen, be patient. I mean, it's.
How does it feel, Maria?
Feels pretty damn good.
How does it feel? You got Willy Wonka's gold.
She can say be patient because she got in.
Yeah,
that's
exactly
right.
Be patient, everyone. Be patient.
That's how the other half lives, you know?
Meanwhile, 20 minutes ago, she was saying, I got kicked off. What's going on?
I'm 75% there.
I heard you get, like, you can get up to 12 tickets or something. I'll share.
Oh, can you?
I think so.
What a giver.
I've heard that.
Thank you for your generosity. Well, we hope that all of you get in.
Yeah.
At some point this morning. Just don't refresh.
Right.
Please don't do that.
Stick with it.
And just be patient, young Jedi. Okay, it'll get
Pack
there.
your patience.
I didn't say it. I did not say it. You did. All right, so you keep watching that pink bar, and I'll go over to the green screen, and I will do a little weather here, because we really do have the best weather today. Right now, it's starting to warm up. It's 61 degrees in downtown LA. We've got a lot of sunshine. Winds mostly calm. However, that being said, the winds are still gusty coming out of the northeast, so expect those wind gusts in those usual wind-prone areas to get to about 40, 45 miles an hour. Yesterday, we got an 81 degrees for downtown LA. That's the 4th day in a row we've had an above normal temperature. Today will likely be the 5th, as we expect it to get up to around 82. It's a good thing we got all that rain earlier this month. Also this season so far, actually, we've done so well. Normally, I'd be talking about the really high fire danger right now with the dry conditions and the strong winds. However, that being said, because of all the rain and the moisture in the vegetation, that does help to really mitigate fire danger. So that is good. The next time we see rain may be on the 23rd. That's what the computer models are pointing to. But until then, it should stay dry. But yeah, we have a surplus of almost 9 inches right now in terms of our rainfall season. 81 yesterday, as I mentioned, 82 today. That's far from the record of 88. Sunset time at 5:06. And as we look at the rest of the high temperatures across the region, 84 in Burbank, 80 in Santa Ana, 85 in Corona, to that 61 in Big Bear. All right, let's check in on traffic now. I've got Samada back in studio with a look at our freeways. Samada, did you get in? Did you get your registration?
I'm still waiting.
Not yet? Okay.
Still waiting.
Right.
I was in, and I wasn't there to see it all play out, and I'm back on it again. So,
Okay.
stick with it.
Be patient.
You'll get there like Maria. Hey, good morning. Stick with us. We'll help you through traffic. We do have this latest collision. We're going to take it out to the eastbound side of the 210 at Pepper Avenue. Speeds are down about 7 miles an hour due to a collision there that involved up to 3 to 4 vehicles. Tow trucks are en route, and hopefully they'll clear the lanes soon. We also have this collision northbound side of the 5 at Lakewood Boulevard, right there through the Downey area. Look at the backup. It is going to take you well beyond the 605. You want to plan accordingly. And again, tow trucks also heading to that scene. Here's a look both directions of the 10. Eastbound, westbound at Fremont Avenue, looking pretty good as you make your way through Alhambra. Looking good. Back to you.
All right, Samada, thank you. This is pretty startling. Nearly 40 women now claim in a federal lawsuit that they were sexually abused by LA County jail guards. 2 women tell the LA Times they were sexually assaulted by a jail staff member at the Century Regional Detention Facility in Linwood. And they allege they were put into solitary confinement for going forward with their filed assault reports. Their allegations come on the heels of 16 other women added to a federal lawsuit filed by a civil rights law firm. That suit now totals 38 women claiming they were sexually abused by jail guards. The Sheriff's Department says it's investigating the complaints, and it has a zero-tolerance policy on any sex abuse or harassment in the jails.
Governor Newsom says he's hoping to make a deal to keep the controversial billionaires tax measure off the ballot. In an interview with Politico, Newsom says he and his staff are talking with union leaders who are backing the tax, hoping to find a compromise. If it qualifies for the November ballot and is approved by voters, the one-time 5% tax would raise money for health care in the wake of federal cuts. The tax would specifically be imposed on California residents worth more than $1 billion. But Governor Newsom says he's concerned that this will drive California entrepreneurs out of the state. stifling innovation in the state and potentially reducing the amount of wealth California could tax.
Microsoft says it has a plan to stop AI data centers from hiking up your electricity bill. According to Bloomberg, areas near data centers saw an increase in electricity costs of as much as 267% compared to 5 years ago. Microsoft says it will ask to pay higher electricity bills in areas where it's building data centers in an effort to prevent electricity prices for local residents from spiking. The move is part of a broader plan to address rising prices and other concerns caused by the tech industry's massive build-out of AI infrastructure across the U.S.
All right, as of 7 this morning, you can now register for the ticket draw for the 2028 Los Angeles Olympic and Paralympic Games. So the process is slow right now. Lots of people in this newsroom still trying. Some have made it, so hang in there. Here's how it works. Register at la28.org between today and March the 18th. You'll create a profile and submit basic info, including your billing zip code. Maria says you'll also have to enter a password there. LA28 randomly assigns time slots to thousands of registrants. If you're selected to purchase tickets, you'll get notified by mail. Also, another bonus for us locals, those with billing addresses in Los Angeles, Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, and Ventura counties could get one of those reserved early access time slots. The tickets start at $28. All right, you may have been surprised to learn the viral 5 a.m. wake-up trend could be bad for your health. Turns out you don't want to do anything that affects sleeping well if you can.
Yeah, of course. So Brooke is here with what she's learning this morning. Good morning.
Listen, this matters a lot to us, right?
It does.
Getting good sleep. But it's really important to everybody, more than you know. It's all about the importance of sleep because recovery is everything. There's one question you need to ask yourself. It's simple. How do you feel when you wake up? Do you wake up tired, groggy? Are you moving slow throughout the day? Are you crashing? These are all signs that you're not getting good sleep. And not only can these have long-term effects on your health, but none of your New Year's resolutions to get fit will work if you're getting bad sleep. Dr. Christopher Allen is a pediatric neurologist with extra training in sleep medicine, and you may not even realize how bad your sleep is. Things like falling asleep as soon as your head hits the pillow, bad. Needing to scroll to relax, bad. Only needing 5 hours, that's also bad. And here are some hard truths for you that can help. He says your room needs to be 3 things: cool, dark, and quiet. And by cool, I'm talking temperature between 65 and 68 degrees. Dark and quiet, that's a lot of things. No watching TV, no snacking, don't work on your laptop before bed. You need to know also that you're likely taking the wrong amount of melatonin. Yeah, okay, and people say this, they say, I'll catch up on sleep this weekend. Dr. Chris says this is just not possible. Your sleep depth, it might mean you have 17 hours each weekend day to make up. That's just not realistic. You're not gonna get that kind of sleep. And there's more. Watch your caffeine intake. No caffeine 10 hours before bedtime. He also says snoring is not normal. So you may not have a diagnosable issue, but you need to get that checked out. And you're going to hate this last one, y'all, but your phone is a problem.
Yeah.
Looking at the phone at night, and a lot of people do, and I've been notorious of it myself, but that's kind of like taking an espresso right before bed. And what it does, that light in there, it kind of tries to mimic sunlight, and it's telling your body, it's like, oh, it's not time to go to bed. And then what you're looking at, because a lot of people will doom scroll and start looking on their phone, and then your brain starts to get active, that's not conducive to sleep as well. So that's why I usually tell people, if that's a problem, have your phone and move it away from your bed.
Isn't that wild? He actually says you need to get your phone out of your room if you can, all the way out of the room.
Oh.
I know. Worst case scenario.
What if you use your phone as your alarm?
Listen, do you want to sleep or not?
I know.
He says worst case scenario, you can leave it face down all the way across your room.
Okay.
You need to buy a regular alarm clock. Go back to that. This is so funny. I actually fell asleep on the couch one night, like Friday night or something, where I woke up in the middle of the night and I saw a video of his on Instagram about bad sleep habits. And I was looking, I was like, oh, check.
I know.
Check.
Right.
So he has this good sleep hygiene workbook. I think I told you about it. I bought it. It was $10. It has changed my life.
Really?
You guys, no, it has seriously changed my life.
What time were you getting up in the morning?
2, 1:45, 1:32. He said, so there are a couple things in there. I bought an alarm clock. cute little alarm clock
Like
on
old
Amazon.
school.
My phone is across the room face down.
Wow.
Yes. And I wake up in the middle of the night. If I wake up in the middle of the night for like 5 seconds, I go immediately back to sleep because I don't check my phone to see what time it is and then get lost
Scroll
in it.
and-
It's the blue light. Like you hear
It is the blue light. I
messes
know.
with you. I don't have caffeine past 8 a.m.
Ooh.
10 hours before my bedtime.
10 hours?
And it helps. I don't have caffeine after 8 a.m.
That's a good one.
Also, I bought a light box. Can you plug this in?
What's that? What's a light box?
Right, okay, exactly. So this is for people like who live in Alaska, people with seasonal depression, and also us, people
Hold on
on
a
these
second.
weird
Like circadian rhythm.
It
Yeah,
tricks
right.
your circadian rhythm, yes, because it turns out we need sunlight to get up, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, we literally need sunlight to tell your body to start your body clock. And so I do this for 10 minutes. Ooh, sorry. In the morning, when I wake up, I
So,
like
okay, you have to manually turn it on as soon as you
turn it
wake
on.
up.
And so while I'm like brushing my teeth, before I'm looking at phone or before I turn on the TV, I have this like blowing this fake sunlight in my face.
I mean, also it kind of doubles as a nice ring light. I think
Well,
Oh, that too.
yeah, but guess how bad your skin is when your sleep is bad?
it's just terrible. It's terrible. But my thing is, I wake up like a million times to go to the restroom, and sometimes I'll even like close my eyes.
Right, yeah, I know.
To preserve the sleep.
I know.
It never works.
That's a sign of you're getting bad sleep.
I'm getting terrible
If you're
sleep. I already
waking
know
up
that.
in the middle
Yeah.
of the night to go to the bathroom a lot.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you, Brooke.
Why don't you just leave the light here?
I will.
Thank you.
You don't have to do it that close.
Wow, Bob.
Blind yourself.
All right, we'll shine the light on Spotlight some entertainment.
Yes.
Entertainment is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. So one of the most highly anticipated film titles of the year is 11 months away from hitting theaters, but we're getting more and more as weeks go by.
King M'Baku of Wakanda. Then, Yancey Street between Broome and Grand.
I love it. The new clip reveals the return of the Fantastic Four along with key characters from the Black Panther films. Still waiting on a full trailer, though. Maybe the Super Bowl will be the time we get that full Avengers Doomsday trailer. It hits theaters December 18th, and I want all three of you to look at this. There is an actual YouTube page that has the Doomsday is coming.
Is that official?
Countdown. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know if someone just made it up.
No. It's official. It's official. So 11 months, 3 days, 12 hours, 18 minutes, and 20 seconds. All right. And our poll question of the day. Brooke, what do you say? I got to hear what you say. When you get a scary call, do you hang up, call the cops, move, tell them off, or change your number?
No. This is why people don't answer unknown numbers.
That's right. She goes, don't answer, right? Hang up is in the lead right now. You can go to foxlay.com/vote. Nobody's changing their number. They want to hang on to that area code.
I mean, I was saying, what if it's someone who's like hot? If it's like, hello, good evening.
You're the only one that
He's the only one who would say that. That's right.
That's creepy.
You're not even looking, and everything is always
Good
thirst.
evening.
Yeah, that's right. Always
Even the
fine.
slasher
You guys are not going to change any sleep habits. Sorry.
All right, coming up, the founder of Tom's Shoes pursues a new venture that's giving back to nonprofit organizations.
He is joining us after the break to share how his own mental health journey inspired the lifestyle brand We Are Enough. First, let's get a check of traffic.
And Good LA Traffic is sponsored by Jacob Abrani and call jacob.com. We do have an update on your real-time traffic. Things continue to be really tough leaving downtown to get to the west side. Just go ahead and give yourself 64 minutes and a live Caltrans camera of a barely moving freeway, the 5605, the northbound side of the 5, struggle heading to Commerce. Give yourself extra time. Here's a look at some other traffic hotspots.
I looked up and just ran.
Maybe we need to seek somebody who does have the expertise to be able to guide us through the process.
If you're getting to an accident,
You're in good hands by dealing with Jacob and Ron.
call Jacob.
feel more relaxed already. Looking for a fun getaway that's far enough away but still close-ish? Well, our friend is back, Garrett Shimko from Pechanga Resort and Casino, to talk about all they have to offer. But, you know, let's talk about the resort part, the spa part, self-care as we start the new year.
Oh, of course. Now, look, I'm going to be honest, Amanda,
Yeah.
and thank you for having me here.
Oh,
but
thank you.
The holidays are over.
Yep.
And they're so fun, but they're not necessarily always relaxing. You know, you're traveling, you're hanging out with friends, family, maybe you're hosting, and before you know it, you're like, oh, I haven't actually done anything to relax myself.
Right.
So we at Pechanga, we want to give someone the opportunity to take a vacation after the holidays and truly just relax and de-stress.
Want to take a cleansing breath with me? Wow. And all the nice amenities that the spa has to offer, including a nice scrub to exfoliate the skin.
So I did bring that. So we have some sugar and some coconut oil. You can make a sugar scrub, which is great to exfoliate and hydrate the skin. This is something that a lot of our techs use at the property. So, you know, I wanted to bring it so that you could enjoy as well, since we're out here in LA.
Love it.
And the best thing too at the spa, there's so many different things to enjoy, whether you're having a treatment, whether you're enjoying our, you know, our whirlpool, our hydrotherapy pool.
Right.
There's the sauna, there's the steam room, there's our outdoor private pool just for spa.
Yes.
So there's just something for everyone to kind of detox and relax and get away.
You had me at relax, and I have to ask you, you know, I'm looking at all of this amazing spa experience video. I'm getting a lot of FOMO, Garrett, but when we're done with the spa, wait, hold on, I have to do it. When we're done with the spa, we've got some really hot spots to check out around the property.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a great thing. So you spend all day relaxing at the spa, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and you're like, well, what are we doing? So you have 11 different restaurants to check out at Pechanga. You have one of the largest gaming floors in Southern California. And we have a lot of live entertainment every weekend. We also have live music at a lot of the restaurants as well. There's just something for everybody, and that's what makes Pechanga so special. So, you know, whether someone wants to check out the gaming floor, someone wants to check out a show, you know, everyone's going to get to do something that they want to do.
It's true. Relax, regenerate, rehydrate, and then retreat to doing whatever you want around the Pechanga Resort.
Exactly. And you can even throw in an extra day and check out the golf course as well, you know?
I love that. You know what? It's a new year, and you know what? That sounds like a prime hookup. What do you say?
That might be an option. I think we should.
Let's do it. Today, Good Day LA wants to help you unwind with the Pechanga Holiday After the Holidays prize package, which includes a one-night junior suite stay, 2 massages at Spa Pechanga, a $100 food and beverage credit, and $25 Easy Play gaming credit. You can enter for a chance to win on our website at foxla.com/contest, or scan that QR code right there on the screen. And of course, for more information on everything Pechanga has to offer, you can go to pechanga.com. Ooh, good luck to our viewers. Somebody very lucky is going to be relaxing and having a fun little staycation. But now let's check in with Maria on the forecast.
And thank you, Amanda. This weather is sponsored by the law offices of Larry H. Parker. And what a beautiful shot. Again, outside. This is a camera right outside our studios, looking out towards Century City, and nothing but blue skies. That is the result of the offshore flow. And we still have these winds, gusty at times, coming out of the northeast. We've got a big area of high pressure that is really going nowhere. It's just been staying put, and it's giving us those gusty to breezy conditions depending on where you are. And particularly gusty, of course, over the mountains below the canyons and passes. So be extra careful with those high-profile vehicles. We still have a wind advisory that's in effect through this afternoon. If you're headed to the beach, Ventura County beaches, 2 to 4 foot sets rolling in. LA County 1 to 3, Orange County 1 to 3 feet, and San Diego a little bit bigger, 2 to 4 feet. Those high temperatures today, once again later this afternoon, will feel more like summer highs. 73 at the coast, so we're going to hang on to this pattern, as I said, through the weekend. Maybe a slow, gradual cool down as we get into next week. We'll get a little bit more of an onshore flow, and that marine layer will try to come in. Temperatures, although a little bit cooler, will still be above the average. We're going to go from low mid 80s today, tomorrow, down to the 70s for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of next week, but that's still above the average. 82 for the valleys and the Inland Empire. Again, similar conditions with a lot of sunshine through at least the early part of next week. As far as when this pattern will break, there might be a storm system getting nearby as we get into the 23rd. That's when we expect to see perhaps a small chance for some light showers. Otherwise, it'll stay dry. 69 in the high desert today to that 83 in Palm Springs. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Maria. So our next guest is using his platform to raise awareness about mental health issues.
Before selling Toms more than 10 years ago, Blake Mycoskie used his company to help others. He was in Argentina and saw people without shoes. That's where his 1-for-1 business model was born. One for every shoe sale, he gave a pair to someone in need. After Blake sold the company, he struggled with depression. He used that dark period as an inspiration to turn his experience into something positive.
We Are Enough is Mycoskie's new nonprofit brand, which is dedicated to giving back to mental health organizations, and 100% of the profits from all sales go to nonprofit groups that specialize in helping those who have mental health issues. The brand launches with the We Are Enough bracelet set, and Blake joins us now. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for everything you've done throughout the years. This is your calling, my friend, just to make sure that other people are doing okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, after selling Toms, I thought I would be so happy, right? I made all this money. I helped 100 million children get shoes.
Successful, helping people all around the world.
And instead, I got really depressed because all along, I never felt that I was enough. And I was always doing more and more to try to feel enough. And all this external validation didn't do it, and it caused me to really go through a dark, dark period.
We were saying, like, you never know what people are going through, because you built this giant legacy, and really the ripple effects of what Toms has been has helped so many people.
Yeah.
So
still helps
even for someone
Even
like
for me,
you.
Yeah. And that's why this message is so important for me now. I mean, I spent a lot of time in therapy and really doing healing around this, and I realized that I'm enough. You are enough. We're all enough, and we've always been enough. And so I created this bracelet as like my daily reminder. It's handmade in India, where I went and did a lot of my healing.
Wow.
And so it's creating amazing jobs for women in India as well.
Nice. Yeah.
And we wear it as just a daily reminder, and so we wear it for ourselves, just as that little thing, like I'm enough.
Sometimes you just have to look down at it and see it there right in front of your face.
And the best part is we give it to others, so you each get one today.
I can absolutely
put
use
it
this.
on.
Put it on.
Yeah, put it on.
And you said you just launched this, right? Like a couple of
just a few days ago.
And already you're seeing the dividends come back.
Well, it's just been amazing, the stories of people saying, like, gosh, I struggle with that too, or I lost someone to mental health, I'm going to wear this in memory of them, or I wear this because my mom, she always helped me feel enough.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to wear this for her. And we've had incredible celebrity support as well. I mean, Kid Cudi and Kevin Love and Audrey Nuna have all supported us. And it's just been really amazing just a few days after launch.
It's pretty incredible. I mean, this feeling that seemingly successful like yourself, like a lot of people who might be out there watching, and there's that inner monologue is just a devil, right?
Yeah.
And that constant reinforcement that you might need, whether it's from yourself, it's hard to get it yourself.
Yeah.
You might need it from other people, a therapist, whatever it might take to reinforce this idea that, yes, you are worthy and you are enough.
Yeah. On our website, which is weareenough.org, we have all kinds of resources for people who might be struggling. And I think the most important thing is if you're really struggling, you've got to reach out for help. Thankfully, I did when I was in my darkest place. And I got the help, and I got the therapy, and I got the support that I needed. But, yeah, we really believe that, like, this simple thing can help people just on that journey, and that's what I'm excited.
So where do you hope to take this as you build this community and, like, we're all wearing the bracelets?
Remember the Live Strong bracelets that, Lance Strom? So that's why we created We Are Enough, is that we believe that every bracelet we sell, we can raise money for mental health organizations that are really necessary. And I hope that we can raise tens of millions of dollars by making this bracelet kind of the next Live Strong bracelet. And having people wear this, the great thing I like is that it helps create conversation.
Right.
And so much of what mental health struggles are about loneliness and feeling like, oh, I'm afraid to talk about what I'm really feeling inside. But when you see someone wear the bracelet, Bob, it looks great on you right there. Now I can be like, okay, like, hey, I'm wearing it, you're wearing it.
I gotta tighten it up.
Yeah, I'll tighten it up for you.
Yeah, thank you.
And so then when you see someone wearing it, you know, it's like kind of a signal of like, hey, it's cool. Let's talk about how we're really feeling, not how we're pretending.
Viral, right?
Yeah, and if everyone starts wearing this bracelet, we can raise lots of money for mental health, but more importantly, it'll hopefully create really important connections among people. So when you're at the Starbucks line and you see someone wearing it, you might talk to that person, where before you wouldn't have that connection. And so that's really what this is about, is like connecting people, because I think as a culture, if we feel less lonely, that's one step in our collective mental health getting better.
That's where it all starts, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Blake.
Hey,
appreciate you.
Thank you
They
guys.
look sharp, and
I love it.
They look great.
The power in these bracelets, and that simple message. Enough.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank
And for more information on Enough and its mission and these bracelets, just go to weareenough.org. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
We'll be right back.
Awesome. We'll enjoy it.
Absolutely.
And yeah.
Yeah, this is it.
Good morning. Welcome to it, 9 a.m. on this Wednesday morning. I'm Roxy Carpadian.
And I'm Sandra Endo. Thanks for joining us. Let's take a look at today's headlines.
Families in the valley are displaced after another vacant building goes up in flames. What investigators are saying at this hour.
Plus, ice-free zones established by the LA County Board of Supervisors. What that really means for federal agent operations in your area.
And the death toll continues to climb amid a brutal crackdown on protesters in Iran. How the United Nations is responding. First, though, let's talk weather locally with Maria.
Yeah, we've got some winds out there. Again, we're going to be talking about this offshore flow that is continuing to not just clear out the cloud cover. We've got mostly sunny skies right now, but those wind gusts are still getting pretty strong through the usual wind-prone areas, some of the Inland Empire areas like Ontario, out towards the 10 freeway and driving up towards the Cajon Pass. Similar conditions here through parts of the 5 and in Ventura County as well as LA County mountains. We're talking about an area of high pressure that is still in control of our weather. So it's that clockwise flow of air around this area of high pressure, giving us that flow around the northeast towards the southwest. And that is what's giving us the above normal temperatures in the afternoons. Right now, it's starting to warm up 74 already in Ontario. Downtown LA, 64. Still pretty cool in Santa Monica, 54 degrees. But with that sunshine, it's going to warm up quickly. It's 71 already in Palm Springs. Eventually, around 83 out there in the low desert in the Coachella Valley, 69 in the high desert areas, staying dry, 61 in some breezy conditions over the mountains like Big Bear, 82 for the valleys, Inland Empire, all the way to downtown LA, and in the low 70s at our coast. I'll talk more about this weather pattern, how long this will last, coming up, my complete forecast. In the meantime, I'll send it back to you.
Maria, thank you. A massive fire destroyed a vacant building, injuring several people.
Mario Ramirez live in North Hills with a look at the fire and the aftermath there. Mario?
Sandra, Roxy, it's been over 15 hours since this fire started, and we can see the building is still smoldering. Just look at it, or at least what's left of it. We can tell you that flames tore through this structure, which fire officials say has been slowly collapsing, while hot spots have been flaring up all morning. Now, video here from a nearby resident showing the flames raging before crews arrived last night. This is along Parthenia Street near Sepulveda. Just before 6 o'clock, the fire sending 2 women to the hospital for possible smoke inhalation. Now, that boarded up 2-story building, a former church, and we've been told it was already on the fire department's radar as a known homeless encampment that could cause fire activity, with tents surrounding parts of the building and people even reportedly camping out inside at times. Now, the blaze burned for nearly 2 hours before crews declared a knockdown. A neighboring 4-story apartment building evacuated, with firefighters going door to door and the city bringing in several dash buses for temporary shelter. 3 units seriously damaged, displacing a total of 6 adults and 21 children. One resident we spoke with this morning pointing to homeless activity as the cause.
They're not really cautious on the activity that goes around here with homeless people, gang-related, anything like that. The other day, last weekend, somebody got shot right here, and then another person got shot and killed out the other side. So it's like, what's gonna be next? Now there's fires. It's like, now it's like, how do I know if I come home, my apartment's not gonna be on fire, or somebody's not gonna be dead in front of my apartment?
Now, coming back out here to our live shot, fire crews right now lining the roof of that neighboring apartment building where most residents have been allowed back home. Arson investigators now looking into the official cause of the fire. We've been told the building here, the structure, is a complete loss, and it is set to be demolished at some point today. Bulldozers will be brought in to start that process. For now, live in North Hills, I'm Mario Ramirez. Back to you, Sandra and Roxia.
All right, Mario, thank you. Now, LA County takes steps to force ICE to show a warrant with supporting documentation if it wants to use county property to stage an immigration enforcement raid.
Let's go to Gigi Gracia right now, joining us live with more on the proposed ICE-free zones county ordinance. Good morning.
That's right, and it is only proposed right now, even though the Board of Supervisors approved it. The County Council for the County of Los Angeles still has to draft an ordinance, and that has to go through the legal process. So a lot of work has to be done. But if the Board of Supervisors get what they want, it would prevent ICE actions, immigration enforcement, from county-owned property, like Olive View UCLA Medical Center here in Sylmar, which is run by the County of Los Angeles. Now, this morning, Good Day LA had on LA County Supervisor Lindsay Horvath, who did introduce the motion, and she said it would declare all county facilities, quote, ICE-free zones, which would block federal agents from using these spaces to stage, process, or conduct operations. But again, County Council has 30 days to draft an ordinance, so it is still far from being a done deal. Her fellow Board of Supervisors, though, support the motion.
You don't have the right to come in and harass people without a federal warrant. And if you use our property to stage, then you need to show us documentation as to why, if you have a federal warrant to back that up. And if not, this ordinance that we're going to be beginning the process of adopting will have the force of the county law behind us.
Now, we reached out to the Department of Homeland Security to get their response to the proposal, and in writing, they responded today, calling it, quote, illegally illiterate, going on to say, in part, enforcing federal immigration laws is a clear federal responsibility under Article 1, Article 2, and the Supremacy Clause. Now, coming up on Good Day LA at 9:30, we'll hear from a bit of that interview that Jen and Bob did with Supervisor Lindsay Horvath and what she had to say. Reporting live in Sylmar, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
All right, Gigi, thank you. Now, protests yesterday in Minneapolis, just blocks from where an ICE agent shot and killed Renee Nicole Good. Several federal prosecutors also resigned yesterday over the Justice Department's decision not to conduct a civil rights investigation into that shooting. The agency says there is currently no justification for further inquiry. This week, the Department of Homeland Security deployed hundreds of additional agents to Minnesota.
Now to the latest in Iran. As President Trump threatens military action against the country, U.S. military personnel have been urged to leave a base in Qatar as a precaution. Back in June, the base was targeted by Iran after the U.S. struck its nuclear facilities. Well, now Iran's judiciary is promising to deliver fast trials and possible executions for the thousands of people arrested for simply protesting. President Trump is encouraging Iranians to continue their protests, telling them, quote, help is on the way.
Iranian patriots, keep protesting, take over your institutions if possible, and save the name of the killers and the abusers that are abusing you.
Here locally, there's another Iranian freedom rally which is being planned for this coming Sunday in downtown LA outside of the federal building. And one of the things we're watching closely, sadly, is the death toll, which seems to be continuously rising.
That's right. The latest numbers we're seeing this morning is nearly 2,600. Yet some activists are saying it's thousands more than that. One of the biggest issues is the internet blackout, which is now in its 6th day, making it nearly impossible for information to make it out of the country in real time. State-affiliated news is saying the blackout could last for weeks, although Elon Musk's company SpaceX is now providing free internet access via its Starlink satellite service through the Iranian regime. Iranian regime is said to be using tactics to jam or degrade Starlink signals.
Meanwhile, the United Nations calling for Iran to end the violence, saying, quote, the killing of peaceful demonstrators must stop, and labeling of protesters as terrorists to justify violence against them is unacceptable. Now, many of you may know Los Angeles is home to the largest Iranian population outside of Iran, and we know this situation is on your mind. It's complex. There's so many developments continuously happening. It's important for you, so just keep watching.
Yeah, and we continue to monitor and keep a close eye on things, as well as local protests in our area as well, and we'll update you throughout the morning. Now, new this morning, President Trump says anything less than having the U.S. control Greenland is unacceptable. The president is also suggesting that NATO should help the U.S. take possession of the Danish territory. Greenland isn't for sale, and its leaders firmly reject the president's claim. Talks are underway in Washington, but Denmark and Greenland insist decisions about the island are theirs alone. Critics argue President Trump's push is about resources, not security. Meanwhile, bipartisan U.S. lawmakers are working to block any forced annexation.
As of 7 a.m. this morning, you can now register for the ticket draw for the 2028 Los Angeles Olympic and Paralympic Games. The process is slow, though, so you got to hang in there. You really have to have patience. I'm seeing a number of my coworkers really test their patience this morning. So here's how it works. Register at la28.org between today and March 18th. You will create a profile and submit basic info, including your billing zip code. LA28 randomly assigns time slots to thousands of registrants, and then all you have to do is basically you select, you purchase the ticket, then you get an email that notifies you, hey, you got in. Another bonus, by the way, for us locals, that is, those with billing addresses here in LA, Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, Ventura counties, you actually get one of the reserved early access time slots.
Okay.
So if you live in these areas with those zip codes, like really take advantage, tickets start at $28.
I waited an hour in the queue to get into the system. I selected 5 sports and then 5 Paralympic sports as well. And then we'll wait and see. But interesting to note, there weren't track and field options available and no soccer. So I think you individually get those tickets separately from the stadiums, I am assuming.
Which 5 did you choose?
Swimming, basketball, gymnastics, you know, all the main sports.
Swimming,
there's 3-on-3 basketball as well, the triathlon. So there's
lots of decisions to be made.
Yes, there's too many that I want to go see, but yeah, you got to get in the queue.
I'm going to start. I will try. By the time the newscast is over at noon, maybe I'll get it. 9/11 still to come. Amanda right here waiting to go on with your entertainment headlines after the break, including a cinematic experience for Elvis Presley fans.
But first, a check of traffic.
And Good Day LA Traffic is brought to you by DTLA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys. Let's take a look at the big map here, our real-time traffic map, and it doesn't look too bad at the moment. And as we take a look at our live traffic camera here, this is our 101 freeway at Benton Way. Northbound side is this side of your screen on the left-hand side, but it's moving. Kind of moving at the same speed here, the north and southbound sides of the 101. Drive times out and in of downtown LA. It's kind of slow here on the West 10 between the 5 to the 405 going towards Santa Monica, 57 minutes. On that North 110 between the 405 to the 10, 31 minutes. And on that West 60 between the 57 to the 5, 41 minutes there. Here's a look at some of the other traffic hotspots.
This broadcast is locally sponsored by DTLA Law Group, Auto Accident and Injury Attorneys. Have an injury? Text Injury Help to 40222 or visit us online at calldowntown.com. Message and data rates and usage may apply.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. Good Day LA weather is sponsored by Pechanga Resort Casinos. Here's a big picture. Our West Coast outlook with an area of high pressure that is in control. It will weaken slightly as we get into the weekend, but not enough to get rid of the offshore flow. We'll still have that, but not as much in the way of some really gusty winds. So we'll have that through this afternoon, and we'll wait and see if it gets extended tomorrow. But I do suspect we'll see less wind tomorrow and then continued above average highs. Although that marine layer will try to get in here as we get to the weekend and into next week. You can see by some of the cloud cover here by Saturday. But no rain. Looks like the models are pointing to perhaps the 23rd, the earliest we could see that chance for some light showers. Otherwise, it will stay dry and it'll stay breezy at a minimum. Right now, we're looking at some wind advisories here. Areas shaded in this beige color, that's where the wind gusts are expected to get up to 40, even 45 miles per hour. And that means hazardous driving conditions. Beware of any falling debris, all that stuff on the roads like tree limbs. And there's still that possibility of some downed trees as well as some power outages as we get through the afternoon. 82 should be the high near downtown LA. This is a little warmer than yesterday. Here's your day planner for Thousand Oaks. Plenty of sunshine getting up to that 80 degrees later this afternoon at 2 p.m. And as we look at Anaheim out in the OC, temperatures getting into the low mid 80s perhaps. It's January, and it feels more like June or July in the afternoon. Big Bear as well, getting up to the mid-50s, and then in Riverside, maybe getting up to 82, 83 later this afternoon. I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Maria. Maria, when's the last time you went to good old Viva Las Vegas?
It was last year.
Okay.
Basketball tournament.
Well, yeah, last year.
I think. Yeah, right? Of course. January. Let's jump into some hunka burning entertainment sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. You don't have to visit Graceland to get your Elvis fix. Thanks to filmmaker Baz Luhrmann, we're getting an encore with even more love me tender moment.
If you feel it, you can't help but move to it.
Doesn't it make you just want to dance, though?
Yeah.
Honestly.
It makes you smile for sure.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
The upcoming concert film is called EPIC, which stands for Elvis Presley in Concert. A little acronym there. It's a reimagined look at the king of rock and roll, featuring never-before-seen footage and recordings. Baz Luhrmann, of course, also directed the 2022 biopic starring Austin Butler as Elvis Presley. The concert film is set for release in IMAX on February 20th and a wider theatrical release across theaters on February 27th.
Yeah, talk about a guy larger than life, right? You could see right there through those clips.
Going for the money. Have you ever been to Graceland?
No.
No.
Have you?
Yes.
Ah.
Yes. It is so crowded. It is so internationally beloved.
I'm sure.
Elvis is just definitely in the building still to this day. Pop quiz. I'll give you a high five.
Oh, no.
Do you know what Elvis's favorite food or snack was?
Peanut butter jelly, right?
Peanut butter sandwiches, yeah.
And
Peanut butter
jelly
banana.
donut.
Peanut butter banana.
And jelly donuts.
Yeah.
What?
Whoa.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
What do you
I don't
mean?
know a lot of things, but I remember
you know
that for some reason.
New year, who did? Okay. Adam Sandler. We love Adam Sandler. If you're watching, you know, it's 9:19. You should be up. Good morning, Adam. You currently star in the film Jay Kelly. You're great in it, Adam. And according to the actor, he still plans to make many more movies and moves. 50 more to be exact.
Wow.
Over the weekend, Adam Sandler shared this news at the AARP's Movies for Grown-Ups Awards, where he received the Career Achievement Honor, closing out his speech with, "I promise to every one of you here tonight, I will make at least 50 more movies before I am dead, and at least 25 of them will be good."
Oh, that's funny. How old is he?
He's in his 50s.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite Adam Sandler movie?
Ooh. I know this is weird because so much of it is
Punch
comedy.
Drunk Love.
No, I love Spanglish. I know, but I do love it.
No, it's a good one.
Okay.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
Wedding Crashers, right?
Wedding Crashers is not Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Wedding Singer.
Wedding Singer.
Yeah. Close. Yeah. Wedding Crashers was Vince Vaughn. And
That's right.
For me, Big Daddy.
Oh, that's a good one.
Remember when the little kid was dropped off?
Oh, yes. Yes.
John Stewart was his roommate and best friend.
Yes. That's a good one, too. See, there's so many.
All of them.
So many
So good
ones, yeah.
All right, Amanda, thank you. So coming up, parents, your kids may be a star athlete on their team, but does that automatically mean they're going pro? I could answer that. No. No, it doesn't automatically mean that.
And a new study reveals what parents should be getting wrong or could be getting wrong, Sandra. about youth sports.
All right, and don't forget about today's hookup. Today, Good Day LA wants to help you unwind with a Pechanga Holiday After the Holidays prize package, including a one-night junior suite stay, 2 massages at Spa Pechanga, and a $100 food and beverage credit and a $25 Easy Play gaming credit as well. Enter for your chance to win on our website at foxla.com/contest. Link through the QR code right there on your screen. Welcome back. Becoming a pro athlete is a fun dream, but let's face it, it's a long shot in any sport. So you may be surprised at how many parents think their kid is going pro. 17%, according to a new survey by Talker Research. So to put that in perspective, a recent study reveals less than 2% of kids will even play a sport in college. Researchers are offering some tips for parents with this dream and who think their kid's going to go pro. So support their dreams, obviously, but hold the outcome loosely. You can support their efforts towards the dream without predicting the ending, and try using encouraging language instead of pressuring language to inspire your children. Say things like, I love you, I love that you care about this, give it your all, instead of you're meant to make it. Obviously, don't guarantee an outcome. Studies show most kids stop playing sports by the age of 13, so keeping it fun matters more than chasing early success.
You know, it's also an investment for parents. I mean, doing these sports is expensive, especially if you want them to have like extra training on the side, not to mention the equipment, not to mention the trips you have to take, as you know, Sandra.
Is this a good time to ask if you want to buy one of my brother's baseball raffle tickets? I just bought, my dad doesn't say like, do you want to buy? He goes, how many do you want, right?
And
But you're
even
right.
if your kid is the best, let's say year after year, it doesn't mean you're going to go pro. They can have an injury that can be,
of course, changing
the trajectory for everything. Yeah, and you got to have the GPA to back it up to get into those good schools.
And now the social media.
Everything. The mental space of it all. So it's a lot, and only 1% of that 1% will ever make it pro.
But I heard this when I was younger playing sports, and it has rang true. There are tons of talented kids. You got to have that want to. The attitude is part of it.
Yeah.
Because skill will take you so far.
Yeah.
That's right.
A lot of it's timing, too. I mean, it all has to line up.
Yeah.
The way the world works. All right, coming up, it is registration day, LA 28 Olympics. We'll tell you how to sign up. Good morning. Welcome to it. 9:30. I'm Roxy Carpadian.
And I'm Sandra Endo. Thanks for joining us. Let's take a look at today's headlines. Financial relief on the way following severe winter storms, what San Bernardino County is doing for its residents.
And best-selling author Brad Metzler is back with a thriller packed with secret spies and a hiding place you've never imagined. Also, his latest children's book, a book he says kids need right now.
And the road to the LA Olympics starts today. Everything you need to know to get your hands on some tickets. But first, a check on weather.
And weather-wise, we are the envy of the nation for sure today. If you're streaming us, thank you. We do have 70s and 80s for that high temperature today. I know it feels more like June or July, not January. Things will change a little bit as we get to the upcoming weekend with some high clouds, and the marine layer will try to get in there, but it won't be until the 23rd when we see some of the models hinting at perhaps some moisture. But until then, until next week, we're staying dry, we're staying sunny, and on the warmer side, 82 expected today. That is above the average of 68, and certainly a little warmer than yesterday. That sunset time later this afternoon at 5:06. Here are the highs we're expecting today, anywhere from 84 in Burbank, 82 in Woodland Hills, 81 in Oxnard. Look at Corona, 85 today. 61 in Big Bear to that 83 in Palm Springs, even at the beach. Pretty nice with lots of sunshine in Huntington Beach, 73, 81 in Long Beach. I'll show you that 70 forecast in just a couple minutes. Back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. And new this morning, the Trump administration says the Gaza ceasefire plan is moving into the next phase. Trump envoy Steve Witkoff announcing efforts to disarm Hamas, rebuild Gaza, and establish a technocratic government. He shared the update online, but gave no details about the new Palestinian administration. The White House also stayed quiet on specifics. Witkoff added that Hamas must return the final deceased hostage immediately, as required by the agreement with Israel. The ceasefire is struggling to reach its next phase as both sides have accused each other of breaching the peace agreement.
In the meantime, the U.S. State Department is pausing all visa processing for 75 countries as part of its immigration crackdown. Included in that list of countries, you've got Somalia, Russia, Iran, Brazil, and Thailand. Its new memo instructs consular offices basically around the globe to be more aggressive when it comes to enforcing the public charge provision of the U.S. immigration law, which permits denial of visas to applicants that are deemed to rely on public benefits. Officers will weigh factors such as health, age, English proficiency, as well as finances. The pause goes into effect on January 21st. It will continue until the department reassesses the program.
And here locally, a proposed new ordinance will try to curb what LA County leaders say are illegal immigration enforcement tactics by federal ICE agents.
So let's go to Gigi right now with more on the so-called ICE-free zones and where we stand right now. Gigi.
That's right. If LA County's Board of Supervisors get their way, we could see immigration enforcement actions banned at county facilities like Olive View UCLA Medical Center here in Sylmar. Supervisors Lindsay Horvath and Hilda Solis say their proposal mirrors an October executive order in the city of Chicago that bars immigration authorities from using city-owned property. Here, it would be county-owned property. Chicago adopted that policy after ICE agents used school and municipal parking lots during enforcement operation. LA's County Council now has 30 days to draft the ordinance. This morning on Good Day LA, Supervisor Lindsay Horvath explained what she'd like to see in Los Angeles County.
What it means is they will have to follow due process. It's not as extreme as some people are trying to make it out to be. In fact, all it is saying is that you need a federal judicial warrant in order to pursue an arrest, which is what due process requires. And anything else that ICE would try to do, all of the things that they have been doing, harming our communities, kidnapping people without proper documentation in order to enforce, all of that is absolutely not permitted.
And we reached out to the Department of Homeland Security for their response to the proposal, and in writing they replied, calling it, quote, illegally illiterate, going on to say, in part, enforcing federal immigration laws is a clear federal responsibility under Article 1, Article 2, and the Supremacy Clause, while Los Angeles sanctuary politicians continue to release pedophiles, rapists, gang members, and murderers onto the city's streets. Our brave law enforcement will continue to risk their lives to arrest these heinous criminals and make Los Angeles safe again. again. How does this serve the people of Los Angeles, they asked, the biggest losers these politicians were elected to serve. And bringing it back here again, the County Council for Los Angeles has 30 days to draft an ordinance. In Sylmar, Gigi Graciette.
All right, Gigi, we'll see what happens there. Thank you for that. On to this now. A protester has been blinded in one eye after he says a Homeland Security officer shot him with a non-lethal round at point-blank range during a confrontation Friday night in Santa Ana. Video showing the moment when a Homeland Security officer fired that round on a member of the group Dare to Struggle during a protest against last week's fatal shooting of a Minneapolis woman by an ICE agent. A group member yesterday read a statement from the injured protester outside the Santa Ana City Jail, declaring he was only chanting with a small group of demonstrators. We apologize. It is very difficult to see these pictures, obviously. When officers advanced with weapons drawn, here's what some of the statement he had to say.
I heard a bang, and suddenly I was on my knees. The DHS agent dragging me towards the building. I was gripping the front of my collar.
We can't hold anybody responsible. That's the frustration that people have, is that they're seeing this unfold before their eyes with little to no accountability.
That video and these pictures, tough to watch here. The injured protester, who didn't want to give his name, tells Fox 11 he remains in the hospital after losing his left eye. DHS releasing a statement saying the protesters were a mob, throwing rocks, bottles, and fireworks, and that a rioter was taken to the hospital for a cut and then released. DHS says 2 officers were also injured.
Tough to see. A father finally back home after spending 200 days in federal custody on an immigration hold. 42-year-old Juan Carlos Mejia was released from federal custody last Thursday. The saga began back on June 19th. Mejia was with his teenage son buying landscape supplies at a Burbank Home Depot when the federal agent chased him down. His son tells us a pathway to citizenship for his father is emerging.
They paid their taxes. We own a home also, and hardworking people too. Been here for more than 20 years.
Hopefully, he'll receive a grant of cancellation of removal, obtain his permanent residency, and then 5 years after that can seek U.S. citizenship.
Mejia now wears an ankle bracelet and has a court date coming up at the end of the month. A judge told Mejia's lawyer a pathway to citizenship for him looks good.
In consumer news now, Saks Global, the parent company of Saks Fifth Avenue and Neiman Marcus, has filed for bankruptcy. The company had struggled with a heavy debt load following its purchase of rival Neiman Marcus in 2024. This marks the first major retailer bankruptcy of 2026. Experts say Americans have shifted their retail habits in recent years after complaining about paying higher prices for lower quality items. Analysts call it one of the largest retail collapses since the COVID-19 pandemic.
In good news, a major groundbreaking in Long Beach is getting underway.
Coco McAvoy is there to show us. Hi there.
Good morning. This is a huge deal for the city of Long Beach. The groundbreaking will start shortly here, and this will be the largest amphitheater on the waterfront on the West Coast. So you're taking a look at the scene now. You can see Long Beach Mayor Rex Richardson is here. He will be speaking at the podium talking about how monumental this day really is for the city of Long Beach. They actually already have bookings for later this year for the amphitheater as well, including heavy metal band Motley Crue, which will play at the amphitheater here on September 19th. So let's take a look at some of the video that Skyfox was able to get for us earlier, showing the site before it got really busy here this morning. The amphitheater will be operated by Legends Global, and it will feature grandstands, floor and box seats, a pit configuration, and VIP sections. There are also plans for shuttle service and dedicated rideshare amenities. The Long Beach City Council approved $14 million for the design and development of this new venue. City leaders say the venue's first official show will likely take place on a different day before the Motley Crue concert, but details for that show have not yet been announced. So again, Long Beach Mayor Rex Richardson and other Long Beach City leaders will be holding a groundbreaking ceremony here this morning. It is expected to kick off shortly here. You can see that people are in their seats getting ready for this groundbreaking ceremony. And we have a lot of people here, city leaders, but also community members who are really excited for this milestone for the city of Long Beach. I'll send it back to you.
Big deal. Thanks for being there, Coco. Appreciate it. San Bernardino County is helping communities rebuild after last winter's storms. The Board of Supervisors has decided to waive some fees for property owners recovering from last month's heavy storms. Property owners can get up to $5,000 in waived fees for permits and debris removal. The total amount available across the county is $200,000. Officials are encouraging residents basically to apply quickly, since those funds will be given out on a first-come, first-served basis. So you may have been surprised to learn the viral 5 a.m. wake-up trend could be bad for your health, right? So it turns out you don't want to do anything that affects sleep, well, if you can.
That's right, and Brooke is here to tell us what she's learning about this morning. Brooke?
Hey there, yeah, Mr. Sandman wants his money, and how you pay him is sleeping. It's pretty easy to figure out if your sleep habits are bad, too. You just ask yourself one question: how do I feel when I wake up? Dr. Christopher Allen is a pediatric neurologist with extra training in sleep medicine. He says if your answer to that question is, I wake up tired, I'm groggy, moving slow throughout the day, you're crashing, things like that, these are all signs that you're not getting good sleep. And it's not just for adults. This matters for your children, too. Sleep Dr. Chris, that's as he's called online, okay? He says he himself has obstructive sleep apnea. He's been in treatment for this for more than 21 years. And parents need to know when you have a child, their symptoms for obstructive sleep apnea are different.
It can come at being moody or hyperactive or having inattention. So a lot of patients that have like ADHD, I always tell the families, look at your sleep first. And I'm very fortunate to be a pediatric neurologist, and it makes me a better sleep doctor, because when they come in for ADHD, a lot of percentage of them actually have a sleep disorder like obstructive sleep apnea.
Sleep Dr. Chris, I like calling him that. He wrote a children's book about his personal journey. Look at that. It's called Sweet Dreams. It's dedicated to his mother, because he said his mom told him she wishes that she had this information so that she was able to help him get treatment when he was a child, because it really affected so much of his life. Again, it's called Sweet Dreams, and you can go to his website, sleepdrchris.com, to buy it, and it's just Sleep DR.
I know so many families and their kids dealing with social problems, you know, being overdiagnosed with ADHD or, you know, all these social issues, but it really goes down to sleep.
Isn't that wild? Like, it's just not, I wouldn't have made that connection, but it makes total sense when somebody says it, yeah.
Everything always goes back to sleep, I swear. Everything, like weight gain, just your energy level, obviously, but everything is tied to sleep. Your beauty even, right?
Like your overall health as you get older.
Yeah, how your body functions. And I know a lot of people are reliant on these devices, right? Your smartwatch, you're tracking your sleep. I know, we were talking about that. So how effective are these devices?
You know what is crazy? I was curious about this. I asked him about this because I'm like, is it too much data? Are we doing bad things to ourselves? Do we need to know this much? And it's like a twofold answer. He said, knowledge is power. So the more information you have is not a bad thing. He said you just can't let it become more important than your real life. So he was telling me a story about having a patient who has sleep apnea and was saying, you know, my ring or my watch says that I'm not getting good sleep. I'm not. It's this and it's all of this stuff. And he said, well, how do you feel? Yeah. And he felt great.
Oh, okay.
But it was stressing him out, thinking that maybe something was wrong. And so you still have to remember that you will know best.
Yeah, your body
knows. It's still a computer. Yeah, exactly.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah. All right, Brooke, thank you. Good stuff.
Okay, this is exciting. Olympic excitement in the air this morning as the sign up for LA 28 ticket draw registration kicks off. It opened at 7 a.m. today with long waits in a virtual queue before finally getting a chance to register. As of this hour, many folks in our newsroom here say the queue lasts at least 30 minutes, at least. Some got kicked out, though, due to a system glitch or computer inactivity. And then once you're in, you fill out your name, zip code, and all the other info. And then come April, you'll be notified if you were chosen. We did catch up with a 4-time Olympic medalist who reacted to the long wait times.
The positive of this is so many people want to be at the Alley 28 games that there's so many people ready to sign up 7 a.m. We're working on it. Stay in your queue. Your spot is saved. As an athlete, a part of this, I'm excited that so many people are as excited as we are.
The ticket draw registration runs until March 18th, with the first purchasing window happening from April 2nd to April 6th. For those of us who live near venue cities, as for the first general ticket drop to the public, that's happening from April 9th to the 19th.
Remember the Olympics 2028, but this year the World Cup is happening, and if you can't get tickets to a World Cup game, you can head down to downtown Long Beach. The city has been selected as an official FIFA World Cup fan zone. It'll be a multi-week celebration there, and it's a site attracting a global audience, so businesses, community members, everything will happen in Long Beach. It's all a part of the selection process, and as a selected city, this fan zone will bring in a lot of money. The city's getting $378,000 in a Metro grant to help with transportation and improvements before the World Cup begins.
He is the #1 New York Times best-selling author, known for blending history, heart, and high-stakes suspense. I talked to Brad Meltzer about his new books, 2 of them, one for adults and one for kids.
It starts very simply. A man walks into a funeral home carrying his favorite blue suit. This is the suit he wants to be buried in. He's got a terminal disease. If you secretly sew something into the lining of your suit and you hand that suit over to your local mortician, you have the ultimate untraceable hiding spot. And so the man goes back to his hotel. There's a guy waiting with a gun who says, "Where is it?" He says, "I don't know what you're talking about." And he shoots the man dead. And that suit is still in the funeral home. You won't believe what is hidden inside it or who's about to find it. And that's chapter 1 of The Viper.
Brad Meltzer says what makes the Viper different is the real-world access he was given, especially to a system many think they already understand.
We always think of witness protection as the mobsters or the end of Goodfellas or Tony Soprano. And that's what the witness protection program was designed to do, take down the mob. So for a while, mobsters were the #1 group that was in witness protection. And then after 9/11 happened, we started chasing terrorists. You want to know who the #1 group is right now in witness protection? It's actually accountants, because we live in a world of data.
And in a digital age, hiding someone isn't as simple as moving them to a small town.
Now, when someone moves to your town, you can go on their Facebook or Instagram. So witness protection has had to now take steps ahead of that and figure out how to create these fake digital identities that look like they've lasted for years. But the thing that caught me the most off guard is witness protection will tell you they've never lost anyone in witness protection, ever, as long as they always followed the rules. And that's the trick.
The book also takes readers inside Dover Air Force Base, home to what Meltzer calls America's most secretive funeral home.
Dover is the place where when a soldier is killed in action, their bodies go to Dover. It's also where the astronauts, when the space shuttle exploded, their bodies went to Dover. It's where on 9/11 all the Pentagon victims went. This is America's most secretive funeral home. The morticians will spend 12 hours rewiring someone's jaw. These are the best of us working on the best of the best of us.
And for the younger readers, he's adding to his Ordinary People Change the World series with I Am Princess Diana.
What our kids are starving for is empathy. Right now, cruelty and venom and harshly judging those we disagree with, that's become sport in our culture. But cruelty and venom aren't signs of strength, they're signs of weakness and petty insecurity. What takes strength is showing someone empathy. Princess Diana was that hero. So it's our first book about empathy. That's what I Am Princess Diana is all about.
And he's already working on the next book in his Ordinary People Change the World series, I Am Teddy Roosevelt. And fans recently actually got to vote on which icon could possibly become the 40th book in the series. And, you know, to many, maybe a surprise upset, the Wright brothers beat out Taylor Swift and LeBron James. So
those will come eventually in the future, you know?
There's so many incredible people that he has a list of people to write about. But if you haven't checked out his books, we have a huge collection in our own home. Not only will your kids enjoy it, but you yourself will enjoy it and learn so much.
You learn so much, and so many of these book reports that kids are doing are based on his books.
Exactly.
So it's always good to have.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff. I like the Viper, too. Looks good. We'll be right back after a quick break. Welcome back. For years, mold-related illness has lived in a gray area, talked about online and often overlooked during doctor's visits.
But recently, awareness has exploded with viral videos showing hidden mold in apartments amid growing conversation around unexplained symptoms that get better when people actually leave the home or leave the office. Someone who knows this firsthand is Ariana Thacker, a chemical engineer who experienced mold exposure, leading her to found Mold Co., a platform focusing on mold education and care. By the way, that's Ariana when she was dealing with all of this. She's here with us right now to explain and help us understand what's real, what's misunderstood, and what we can do today. So, Ariana, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Well, this is a huge topic, and truly, I see a lot of conversation around mold, right? Is it a thing? Is it real? What constitutes a huge problem and what's not a big deal? So what makes mold toxicity different from, say, just regular schmegular mold in your home?
Yeah, great question. So when you're exposed to mold, that's just contact with mold. Not everyone develops symptoms, but when you're starting to have this umbrella effect on the body, from brain fog to fatigue to gut issues, that's when you know you have a health impact due to mold in your home.
See, we're blown away by the symptoms you just named. Brain fog, fatigue, that could be related to so many other things. Perimenopause, hormonal changes.
Lack of sleep.
Right, lack of sleep, diet. And so how do you link that to mold toxicity? How would people know?
Great question. So it's a checklist process. So one, symptoms onset when you're exposed to mold in your home. That's one check mark. The second check mark is that there are labs that exist for this, really common labs like MMP9, MSH, TGF-beta1. So those are labs that we offer our patients. And the third check mark is having the symptoms, so that umbrella effect on the body. It's not just a runny nose or sneezing, but it's several symptoms in the body that get shown after mold exposure.
But to get to even be tested for that, you yourself had to be ping-ponged around different doctors. They didn't know what was wrong?
They did not. A lot of the labs that I took early on did not show an issue. It wasn't until I met someone that is specialized with mold-related illness that I have the right lab test that did show that my labs were off.
And what happens if you don't treat it? You ignore it. You just kind of are like, what's the big deal? I'll just deal with this.
The symptoms tend to get worse over time if you don't get out of exposure and seek treatment.
Okay. What are some simple steps people can do to reduce mold risk in their lives?
That's a great question. So one, when a leak happens or water intrusion happens, address that right away. Minimize exposure. That can be through air purifiers, relocating or remediating the home. Also just finding ways to stay out of the home as much as possible while you're dealing with a mold issue.
It could be costly, though, to really treat your whole entire house and to remediate the issue, right? So what are some of the simple first steps that people can take if they have an issue and just to seek some clarity?
That's a great question. So one, really identifying the source of mold in the home, and that can be done with a home inspector. It may not be impacting the whole home. It may just be a small portion of the home. So the response could just be isolating that one area within the home.
Wow.
And with the company that you founded, you have these test kits that people can just test at home?
Yeah, so we have a home test kit, and we also have health labs too. So some of the labs that I mentioned earlier.
Okay, wow. Well, this is certainly an important topic. It's for our health. It's incredible, your story that led you to do what you do now and with your background. So thank you so much for coming in. And to learn more about mold exposure, symptoms prevention, and explore testing options, as we mentioned, you can go to moldco.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
How common is the problem, though? Like, most people have mold in their house?
2 stats, so 50% of homes have mold.